Hi guys, Edison Tourist here. I crashed and burned at locals this week. I played Counter Fairy. Match 1 I played against Machina and that was fine. I won that 2-1. Round 2 I played against Dark Simorgh Dragons and I lost that. Round 3 I played against Dark Simorgh Hero Dragons and I lost that as well. So I'm going to get into the list. I think the list is fine, but I think the matchups that I had to play against were obviously very tough for this deck. Let's get into it. I played 3 Bountiful Artemis. It draws you a card every time a counter trap is activated, so it's one of your 2 main advantage engines. I played 3 Deslakuda. Deslakuda draws you a card when it is flip summoned, and you can use this effect to set it once per turn. So it's strong, but it's naturally very vulnerable, and the same for the Bountiful Artemis as well. So hence we're on a massive trap lineup to protect these. Deslakuda was great. I played 2 Vandalgion. It's the boss monster of the deck, I guess. When you negate an effect with a counter trap, you can special summon this, and depending what you negate, you get a bonus effect. The best effect is when you negate a monster effect, so it gives you a free monster reborn, and that quite often looks like bringing back an Artemis, or bringing back a Deslakuda, and keeping the pressure up there, because if you've stopped a monster effect, you've probably destroyed something, and then you get 2 bodies. So you go from your opponent having a body to you having 2 bodies, which is an insane tempo swing, and that's why I really like this card. Sadly, I only ever got to summon this resolving the spell effect, which is just burn. It's alright, but I think 2 Vandalgion was fine. You could probably play 3 just off the basis that you have 6 guys you want to resurrect and they're not going to stay on the field forever. I played 2 Breaker. I played Breaker Anti-Spell. I think it's a really strong underlooked combo at the moment. Breaker was great. It's also the cleanest main deck out to Decree. So I played that. 3 Volcanic Shell. This is really clean fodder for discard traps. So you discard 1 and then you get 2 searches. So the rest of your discard traps essentially become free, which is quite nice. 3 Shell. I played 1 Necro Gardener. Same premise. It's a fine card to use for a discard trap or as like a bluff set. And then it negates an attack, so it kind of does 2 roles in one. And actually just negating 1 attack can be enough just to protect a Deslakuda for a turn or a Bountiful Artemis and then draw your extra card and then sort of pressure from there. Finally, I played Morphing Jar. We're not on a super heavy monster lineup, so the ability to just sort of reset, draw 5, set everything and go from there. Quite nice in this deck. I think I played 14 monsters, I think that might have been. Or 15 monsters and 26 traps. Speaking of, so this is all very standard for any sort of counter fairy variant. So I played 3 Dark Bribe. I played 3 Divine Wrath. That's as expected. I play 3 Negate Attack. This exactly fits the game plan of the deck. It protects your Artemis for the turn. It protects your Deslakuda for the turn. It's spell speed 3, so you're not getting trap stunned on it retroactively. And it draws you a card with Artemis, or it draws you multiple cards with multiple Artemis. It is exactly the card this deck needs, and I think you have to play 3 in it. It protects you from normal summon Neos Alias attack, and I think that's important. Not just getting hit by an Alias or Shura or things like that. When you're on such a heavy counter trap line, I think this is a really elegant solution to that. 2 Drastic Drop Off. It hits searches when you don't have Artemis, and it just hits the normal draw when you do have Artemis. You could probably cut this for better traps if you knew, you were in a sort of certain locals heavy meta sort of thing, you know. I think Drastic Drop Off is fine. Sucks a little bit if you don't have Artemis, but you need to keep the counter trap numbers up as well. I play 2 Seven Tools. I think this is a card you can play 3 of if you know your locals isn't full of Dark Simorgh, set nothing decks, Monster Mash, etc. you would probably play 3 of this. I played Solemn. It's Solemn. Paying 4,000. I know a lot of decks are cutting Solemn because it's a big cost, but I think in this deck, just negate anything and draw a card, summon Vandalgian, etc. It's too good not to play. Like, Solemn is strong already, but when your deck innately synergizes with flipping a Solemn, you have to play it. For the non-counter traps, I play 3 Starlight Road. This deck does not want to get blown out by Heavy Storm, Black Rose, etc. No, you do have other answers to Heavy. You have Dark Bribe. You have other answers to Black Rose. But I play 3 Starlight because the tempo swing, if you resolve it, is really nice. 2 Anti-Spell. This, in the same way Negate Attack does, this buys you another turn, and this deck needs to have multiple turns bought for it so that you can set up multiple of your draw cards, essentially, and then win the game that way. Play 2 Bottomless. This is standard. I played 2 Karma Cut. I liked the Volcanic Shell idea enough that I thought Karma Cut is strong at the moment, and it's essentially another sort of free discard trap with the Volcanic Shells, and it's strong. So we played 2 Karma Cut. And then finally, I played Torrential and Mirror Force and 41st card Dust Shoot. I put in at the last minute, and yeah, I think you have to play Dust Shoot. The advantage you get with a really heavy reactive deck of playing Dust Shoot and seeing the hand is quite nice as well. But it's obviously bad later on when you've simplified the game down a bit. Onto the side, I played 2 Cyber Dragon, fine. I played 2 Battle Fader as an answer to sort of Gigavise and other like sort of really aggressive strategies. I played 2 of my new favourite card, Legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master. Going like set, pass, and your opponent thinking, oh, it's a Deslakuda, I have to swing into it, and then getting spun is really fun. I played 3rd Breaker. It's, again, an out to Decree. I played Grand Mole. Talking of outs to Decree, I don't have enough outs to Decree, so I think you could play like something. I think you could play Snipe Hunter, synergizes with a Volcanic Shell. I think you could unironically side Snipe Hunter in this deck. You could probably main Snipe Hunter. Snipe Hunter getting the priority, like summon priority, try and pop the Decree as well is quite nice. But yeah. So I sided those monsters. I sided 3 D Prisons, just more removal. I sided 3 Pulling the Rug. I didn't feel good about maining this, but absolutely fantastic side deck card in the matchups it's good against. And last card, Dust Tornado, was whatever. I don't think I actually brought it in. But yeah. You'd probably get away with Twister or something like that as well. But yeah, I think Snipe Hunter might actually be the angle here. Finally, for the extra deck, most of this doesn't matter. I played 3 Chimera Tech. You can go into 2, your opponent can leave your Cyber Dragon or what have you. You've got enough space to play 3. That's the point. I played 3 Stardust Dragons. You have space, just play the 3 Stardust Dragons. And I don't think anything else ever matters. I played some fusions because there's a card called Success Probability 0%, so this was my out to them sort of hitting those. It's not going to come up. It's just not going to come up. So I played those, and then in the rare instance of Creature Swap the Tuner, I played some lower level synchros as well. So that's it for this week. Next week I will play a deck that doesn't lose to Royal Decree. Until then, have a good week. Catch you in the next one.